Hi all, welcome to this Marquee Matchups, Play the Month League and then the Volta Kit SBC guide. So quite a lot to get our teeth into tonight for content, which isn't too bad. So if you could smash likes, as always, we much appreciate. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G the Legend. All links are down below for close to the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below if you're going to do any of the SBCs, whether it be the Marquee Matchups, Play the Month Niane, or the Volta Real Kit set, which I'm quite surprised they've actually done for two routes in particular. So just to break the Play the Month down for Niane, fairly straightforward: 92 pace, 84 shots, 70 pass, 83 dribbling, 32 defending, 76 physical. You need 1 inform, 1 play from Ligue, 84 rate squad. It is overpriced in my opinion. It should just be, if you're the team of the week, you either take out or you put down a rating. At this stage of FIFA, he's a card that's just not really going to get into many teams unless you run a team where Mbappe, Neymar, and you need that kind of either player as a cam or a second striker from Ligue 1 that's not Ben Yedder. But saying that, he's an alternative to consider. We just threw in Inform Benitez with Godin, De Vrij, Cherby, Romagnoli, Aitor, Isco, Moreno, Lucas Leiva, Brozovic and Callahan to make it work. You can go any which way you want. It's not really a hard SBC to put together, but focus on like 83s, 84s, 85s from Ligue 1. Team of the weeks basically from like 83s, 84s in particular, and then also just generally look at 83s, 84s, 85s because it's practically straightforward. You can go that way if you wish, or you can go any which way you wish. There's multiple ways you can go about it. I always just like to go Serie A, and then if another league gets La Liga. The Volta stuff I'm not going to waste your time too much on, mainly because I don't get why they're doing two routes to get you a tifo, a stadium theme and then a kit. And what makes it worse is you need 1 Brazil player and minimum silver. So right away by default, Brazil silvers should go up a bit just because of the route. Where it happens or not, it's a different matter. But 40k, the reason why I've not built a route is because if I built a route, it could inflate the SBC in particular, and I thought it's a bit kind of risky. Same with the players from same nation, region minimum 3, 1 gold player quality silver. So preferably just kind of get the 1 gold just being like an off league that's just not going to be an issue at all. Ideally 75 rate, ideally that you can buy for 300 if you've not got much fodder to work with, and then just a silver squad around it. It's not going to be difficult. You can, as long as obviously it's same nation, like a German or Belgian or Swiss, whatever. Always try and go an off league with these type of SBCs. Just like what I mean by an off league is a league that shouldn't get a league SBC, and something that's quite easy to piece together when you come to it. But it's not a difficult, neither's hard. It's just I am surprised that they're making you do 2 squads to get a theme, a tifo and a kit, when in reality you shouldn't. But it is what it is. Marquee matchups for the week. We got premium gold post pack as the group pack. Fenerbahce, Trabzonspor. We did predict. No, in fact, did we even? I think we mentioned it, but we not even mentioned it. Sorry, apologies. It was the 2 bottom games. But Fenerbahce is fairly straightforward. We just go a French squad from Ligue, second tier of Spain with 1 Turkish player. Just throw in anyone. I just threw a goalie that obviously is off like non-chem, but you want like the lowest, like someone that's like 150 you can buy for 150. And the premise of the squad is ideally everyone you can buy, say silver wise for 150, and the bronzes where else as well for 150. That's kind of the point. So Southampton, Everton, another fairly straightforward one. This one we have just opted for the Czech League with Heaton and me. You can get best advice is just get 1 gold from the Czech League. It can be anyone. I just use borrow, but you can get away with any of the mids if honest. And then you want to just build one like a league around it, it's fairly straightforward, and because it's players from one club max 6, the Czech League is actually very, very straightforward. So the reason why I always like the Czech League for SBCs, because they make the requirements always very easy, and the Czech League players never really seem to go up in much. It's the same with Ukraine, you can get away with that as well. It just makes SBCs so much easier, and it just makes it less stressful. That gets you a mixed players pack. The Fenerbahce one is small pre-mixed players. Dortmund Schalke for this one is fairly easy because of the requirements. If you break it down, jumbo player goal, 15k pack. I'm always a fan of those type of packs, especially at the start of FIFA, even at this stage. But Ronau and basically a Dutch squad. Best advice is try and use the cheap options of certain positions. So I've just went full Dutch and hoped and tried to make it as 75 rate as possible, because the 75s you can usually buy for 300, 350 quite readily, and anyone else that's a little bit higher you can usually pay about the 350, 400. Barca Real Madrid for the last route gets you a prime Electrum players pack. It's where you try and combine the two words. You sometimes want to say premium, but you say it's prime Electrum. Just went second tier of Spain with the first tier. So the two players we've got Ricky Puig and Ruben Sobrino for the La Liga players, and then just went a La Liga second tier squad around players. Works for chemistry, works for rating perfectly fine, and you can still play about with this. There's a lot of extra gold within the second tier of Spain that you can use, so don't feel like you have to just primarily just focus on this particular route. There's enough extra golds to still throw in. There's 4 golds that you can use. Mojica no longer plays, and then for gold common you can still use quite a few. It's just trying to remember who's actually still in the league and who's not in the league, because quite a few players have since transferred, and some have recently transferred in as well. So make sure to do your homework before you kind of follow the route as well. But for this week, Marquee Matchups, total pack return is roughly about 65k to get, and then obviously you've got the stuff from the Volta stuff, and then you've got the Niane. Personally, the Marquee Matchups are fine. It just comes down to if you really want to do it or not. Personally, I have just not found that interesting this year at the moment to actually complete them. I'd rather just kind of just start keeping the players as they were. But also Niane, I feel my opinion, it's just a little bit overpriced, but that's just my opinion as well. But hopefully you find this useful. Smash the like as always, comment down below what you got in your packs, and I'll catch you all later.